We are live while we're on a treadmill. So, obviously, there'll be a bit of noise. If it gets too wobbly, I can put the camera over here. So we'll just kind of assess it as it goes. I'll tie my shoe. But we're here doing a little cardio. Just some light, whatever. Basically just get moving. Some exercise in. I try to do daily exercise. So whether that's weights at the gym and cardio, or cardio, with the exception of like crazy days where I really can't. I do exercise daily. So just doing a little bit of cardio. But hello everybody, what's up, Jerry? See some lots of people tuning in. New Zealand, Indiana, Louisville, New York. Pretty cool. We got Sue. What's up, Sue? Hope you're doing well. Shout out Sue, our good friend in the UK. My next challenge, it will be in the United States. If I add nap after big meals, I definitely relax. Wisconsin, Maryland, Somalia, Texas, India. Got lots of people up here. Memphis, Las Vegas, Spokane. I've driven through Spokane. I don't think I've actually stopped. I think I've driven through it. Scotland, Poland, Richmond, Virginia. Lots of guys. England, Texas, Arizona, New Jersey, South Africa, lots of stuff. How many times this week did I eat the Golden Corral? 0. I haven't been in the Golden Corral in a couple months. I like the Corral. If I had access to a corral where I was around on, etc., I would frequent it if it was a good one. It's funny, there's the corral, the thing with the Golden Corral is it really depends on the location. Like the individual location of the corral. Because some are honestly like fantastic. And I'm not kidding. Fantastic is literally the right word. And then there's some that suck so bad. And I literally question how they're even open and why they're open and why people go. Like, I'll use an example. I went to 2 when I was in Arizona in January. I'm not gonna lie, both sucked compared to a lot. The one was literally horrible. The one was so bad that I wrote a Google review. And I'm not a huge Google review person, but it was so bad, I went to write a Google review. And it was, when I was there, it was super busy. It's like, I don't know, Sunday afternoon or something, Sunday evening, like whatever it was, like it was, like it's not like it was a slow time, but just the food sucked. They barely, whatever, like they had poor selection. It was horrible. And then, whereas like I think some of the best ones in the country are actually in the like Orlando, Kissimmee area, which I think the Golden Corral head office is actually in Winter Park, which is basically right in that same area. And so those Golden Corrals in and around Orlando, in my opinion, are some of the best. And they're all very busy too, because they're like close to Disneyland and all that stuff. But there's some other good ones. There's one in Austin, Texas, which is also really nice. And again, the majority are good. Like, the majority fall in the, 7 to 9 out of 10. But there's some, like there's one in just outside Dallas, Texas. I've been twice. It's horrible. Horrible. But then, like I said, it's hard to find one that's super, super high and amazing, but they do exist. The one in around Nashville is pretty good. I don't know. Any long story short, it really depends on the location. Hey Kathy, what's up? Orlando, did you get decent barbecue there? Like in general? No, not really. There's some good barbecue in Florida. Golden Corral in Clarksville. Well, you should try it if you've never been. North Carolina. Favorite food to eat at a Chinese food buffet. So, when I go to a Chinese food buffet, often I like it when they have like the Mongolian grill area, because what I like about that is I can pick, exactly what I want, and they'll cook it fresh, so it's fresh and hot. And I can season it the way I want it. I don't enjoy many of the pre-made items. Or if they do, like, it'll be select ones. Some of them, I've been to some, that'll have some, there's a video not long ago of a place called Harbor Seafood Buffet, which was in Phoenix area. And it was you could call it a Chinese food buffet. And it was excellent. They had sushi, which was very good, like sashimi, which I really enjoyed that. And then, some fruits and vegetables. They had some really just like nicely flavored meats and chickens and whatever too. So I don't know. I'm just not a fan of. Sometimes I've had some good ribs at Chinese food buffets. It kind of depends on the buffet, because the buffet, a buffet can have very different items. So it really depends on the specific buffet, I guess, and what they do well. Because some places, maybe you really like the way they do, their beef and broccoli. And at another place, you more enjoy the way they do their, salad bar. So it just depends. But I definitely am very much, when I'm eating casually, I like things not doused in oil. not overly fatty, etc. I gotta tie my shoe. But 100%, my favorite foods and the way I like to eat in general is what a lot of people would call quote unquote healthy. And it's not even like necessarily always the intention when I choose or eat certain foods. But those are just my preferences, you know? Like I love fruits and vegetables and like generally slightly bulkier items rather than like super concentrated, oily, fatty, gross items. Okay, so what does that mean? Is that good? I guess connect us and we will talk. Well, that was the worst voice to text ever. Sometimes it works great, sometimes it doesn't. This is my old phone here, and it's not very good. I need to change over to my new phone. Put it that way. Doesn't operate that well. Health is wealth. Yeah, health is wealth, baby. Big Texan. I've already done it. Amarillo. How fast am I going right now? 6.5 miles an hour, I guess. Nothing serious. Hello, Florida. Hello to Brazil. But yeah, so buffets. Depends on the buffet. Portland, Oregon. I've been to Portland, and we've done some challenges in Portland. That was there was my friend Scott. That was about 2 years ago, I guess. Yeah, about 2 years ago. Hello from Long Island. Hello, Gina, who's just in Long Island. How many people in the world could out-eat me? I don't know, quite a few probably. I personally don't care. Like, I'm not a competitive person, and I have no problem in, acknowledging my abilities, what I can do, what I can't do. I am only human. I have limits. I'm not superhuman, but I do what I can. I have a strong will. I can be very determined, and both to my successes and to my own detriment, I am willing to push myself to death. And that's to my success and to my own detriment. I have the ability to do what I can, and I try. If I try something, I really try. For the most part. Next upload is tonight. We do Tuesday night uploads, Saturday night uploads. So that will be in about 2 hours. Got a brand new video. It's a pretty cool one. Hopefully you enjoy it. It's a very famous food challenge. So check it out. Do I have relatives in Denmark? Yes. My ancestry is part Danish. Hence the name Hansen with the EN spelling. A lot of the Danish and Norwegian, Slavic names, Hansen, Christensen, etc. They have the N in sons, EN, which is funny where last names come from. Because from my understanding, the origin of Hansen was like somebody's name was Hans, and it was Hans' son, so the name was passed on. So it's kind of funny to think about, where some of these names and origins come from. I'm glad you like my uploads 10 times more than mukbangs. They are different. They would share some similarity in the sense of, both eating food, but it depends on the mukbang. Some mukbangs to me, which are just sitting, in one spot, eating a large quantity of food or something, to me that's really pointless, and I see no point in doing such. Let me go pee real quick, and then I'm going to kick it up a little faster, so 1 second. Stay there, we'll be back. Food challenge, at least like what I do with the traveling versus mukbang. Now the funny thing is, if you go to like Korea, what I do, they call it a mukbang, but they call it a mukbang challenge. So if you consider that, it's very similar or the same. But I don't know, for myself, people that just sit in their house with a big tray full of food, eating it kind of for no reason, and I understand it's for entertainment purposes, so don't get me wrong, it's not totally no reason, but like, I'm really not a glutton. I don't just aimlessly eat large amounts of food. I use the example of, I'm sure Usain Bolt when he goes to a shopping mall with his family, I'm sure he walks around the shopping mall. I doubt he runs, in and down the aisles like Usain Bolt can walk. Sure, he's the fastest guy on earth, but there's a time and a place. So, same for myself. Just because I can eat a large portion doesn't mean I just, want to all the time or do it all the time. So, so that's that. And plus, you guys don't like home videos. I've done home videos in the past. Nobody watches them. I don't enjoy them as much either. So yeah. Run, Forrest, run. Thank you for the kind words, Stephen. Decluttering. Hopefully, it's successful. Yeah, I'm in a little gym, doing some cardio on a treadmill. Benefits to running. You burn calories. There are psychological effects in the sense of I feel good after exercise. I think it improves my mood. Of course, there's health benefits like cardiovascular benefits. Good for blood pressure, good for heart health. Any exercise with resistance is good for bone health. It's good for your metabolic markers. So, doing exercise regularly can help with glucose maintenance for those individuals who have diseases such as diabetes. Of course, like I said, obviously, when you exercise a little more, you can also eat a little more. But there's a lot of benefits furthering outside just weight loss. And or, the caloric aspect. But for queso over cardio, good for you. No, I'm not visualizing running to the next meal. I don't know how distance I do. I don't keep track. I go by times mostly. There's a few times I've done by distance, but mostly I do times. So it'll be like, if I have 30 minutes, I'll do 30 minutes of cardio. If I have an hour, I'll do an hour. I'm not a competitive runner. And so, I kind of have a standard, I guess if anything, probably a more accurate goal would be time that I run, duration. And if it's a machine, maybe I'll look at calories burned. But I'm not building up running capacity. I'm not a competitive runner. It's not like I'm trying to, run a 5-minute mile. I just do it for myself and my health. So, all the videos, thank you for the kind words. Should make it more often. Good idea to do it live. So you like the live cardios? One thing I will say is you should, if you like the lives, make sure you're following on Facebook, the Facebook page. You can find the link down in the description. And make sure, just came in. Make sure you follow the Facebook page because I do Facebook Lives. It's funny, I noticed these shoes that I don't think the laces, if this makes sense, are as good as they were. Like, they keep coming undone. I had to retie my shoes like 5 times. Anyway, if you like the lives, follow also on Facebook, and make sure here and on Facebook you have like on Facebook, yes, you gotta like the page and you gotta follow the page, but do both and make sure you get the notifications, because I also do live streams on Facebook. And when I do them on Facebook, they aren't always also on YouTube and vice versa. Like, this is not on Facebook, so anybody who's only on Facebook is missing this live. And there's times where it's the same, vice versa. So, if you like the lives, definitely be sure to check it out. And sometimes videos and content is only released on one platform versus on the other. In addition, sometimes it's released first on one rather than the other. And same if you are on YouTube here. And definitely I would recommend subscribing so you don't miss the stuff. And then, once you are subscribed, make sure you have the notifications on. You do have to turn them on, and that'll further help you get notified when I am live and or I post something. So, whatever come to Northern Ireland, I've been. I've been in Northern Ireland, and we did a handful of challenges when we were there. At least 2 or 3. We don't always get notifications on Facebook, so like I said, make sure you're following the page and like it. You have to do both, and make sure you want, in the settings you have it set so you get the notification, because you can, if you only like a page, it doesn't mean you're going to get notification. And if you follow a page, then you're more likely to get it. But if you do both and you manually select all notifications, etc., then Facebook knows you like the stuff, and it's more likely to not only notify you, but the stuff will appear on your feed. So, make sure you have that set. Are you a furry? I don't even know what that means. What am I doing for St. Patrick's Day? Working. Absolutely. Like every day. Reading some Russia. Would I do an exercise challenge once a week? 100 burpees or 50 squat jumps? No. Why would I do that? I have no interest. I do exercise for myself. I'm not going to do some random challenge for myself. Something, you gotten over your English Coleman's mustard hat? What do you mean? I like the stuff. For example, I opened a jar just 2 days ago. It's already gone. You eat a whole jar in a day, dude. But prior to that, with my traveling, I hadn't had it for a good 2 or 3 months. But I like English mustard. And yeah, I like English mustard. There's some good. I found some a couple good Chinese mustards too that are pretty strong. I like all the flavors and that kind of thing. I just like strong flavors, and I like mustards and stuff in general. Is it hard to stay in shape? Yep, absolutely. I have no, like, people think, or I don't think they realize, like, there's a lot more that goes into it than just eating. Like, there's a lot, yeah, sure, it's eating, but then there's a lot of not eating. You know what I mean? Like, I don't just go out and enjoy casual dinners with anybody. I never just go out and say, oh, I'm gonna have one, cheat meal, or oh, I'm gonna go and splurge, or oh, I'm gonna go be bad and have dessert or something. There's nothing like that. That's bullshit. Excuse my language. I don't do any of that. I monitor everything I put into my mouth, like all the calories, etc., macronutrients, and it is very, 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 very rare that I ever steer away from that. And if I do, usually it's by accident. So like, I don't know, I ate something which I thought had one nutrient composition, but likely it had a bit more, or maybe the serving was more than I anticipated, or I didn't realize there was an ingredient, an item. But that's it. Patty's Day. I don't know, I missed the comment. Somebody else said Patty's Day. I love trying new food. Love your channel. Thank you, Amber. I'm glad you enjoy it, because that's why I do it. I do what I do for, it helps a lot of people. It brings a lot of enjoyment to other people. And it, I have some cool experiences along with it. I look like Chris Hemsworth. Cool. I've heard that these ones actually. Digestion tablets? Nope, there is nothing you can take. What's up? We're doing cardio. We got Julie in Texas. How long is my cardio session today? Is about 45 minutes, roughly. I'm finishing up here in 5 minutes. So let's see. Oh, sorry, I have a timer, but it's on the phone I'm streaming with. But I started about quarter after, so I've done about 40 minutes. Got about 5 more. That's all I have time for today. No, I'm not allergic to any foods. How do I keep my stomach stretched out? So, you guys got to realize it's like once you're already like, same as like strength or like, let's use the example, okay? Like if you're a gymnast, right? And you can do the splits, you know, like spread your legs. Once you have that ability, it's so much easier to keep that ability than it was to get it. Plus, with the odd, like, challenge, every now and then it keeps it, quote unquote, stretched out. I haven't done any capacity building nor training in years because I haven't been able to. I've had so many injuries. So it's kind of just, you know, maintain what you can. But no, it's not like I do too much to quote unquote maintain it or keep it stretched out. And I've definitely learned over the years that a lot of like you really don't lose your capacity as much or as quick as I once thought. Like there was a time where I thought, oh my God, like if I didn't do some capacity training for a couple days, I'm gonna lose all my abilities. But that's totally wrong. Sure, you know, if you take a week or two off, it may take you, you know, you may not be able to, my knees bother me a little bit, may not be able to do it right away. Like, you know, I don't know, let's say your capacity is 10 pounds and you take a little bit off, you're probably not going to be able to do 10 pounds, but you'll probably still do like 9. It'll be harder, but after a little bit of time, you come back. Do I fast between challenges? This is a question which really comes down to wording, and I answer 1,000 times. Because, so, arguably, some people would consider what I do as intermittent fasting. Some people would label it OMAD, but I don't label it as either. Like, it's 5 p.m. here. I haven't eaten yet today. I'm gonna go eat after this. But, so yeah, am I fasting? Well, some people be like, oh my God, you know, you haven't eaten in 20 hours or 18 hours or, you know, but like that's my norm. So I don't even consider that fasting. So if you consider that, yeah, I fast arguably every day. And sometimes that would be for 24 hours. Sometimes it could be 30 hours. Sometimes it could be 18 hours. But I don't keep track. It's not like I'm like, oh, 30 minutes left. I don't do any of that. I personally think people really like overcomplicate things. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not doing a challenge today. I'm not going out to eat and just eating. Normal day, my friend. Thank you, my friend. Ewan? I don't know if I'm saying, but Johnson, thank you. How many calories till now? I don't know what you mean. You don't lose strength? What do you mean? You'll do an eating challenge with me. I would say don't. I don't recommend people doing eating challenges. Thank you, Clara, for the kind words. I'm new to your channel. Not really fair you got kicked out. Thank you. Yeah. I think all you can eat should be principle. If that's what you're referring to. What the heck? must have pressed something. Oh well, I guess it's 5 o'clock anyway. I should probably, well, let me see. 2 more minutes. So let's do 2 more minutes. Nikki, what's up, Nikki? When you faster, the weaker at the weights? No, absolutely not. I have never went to the gym and food in my stomach. Like I always trained. And I will continue. VPN, what the F? F this. Yeah, no, I always train on an empty stomach. You have to get used to it. Like, same as, I may go comfortably, right now, let's say I haven't eaten in 20 hours. I'm not hungry at all. I'm totally fine. You have to realize, like, also to become a, professional eater in a sense, at least my sense, other people may argue are different, but you really have to be able to dissociate yourself from satiety and fullness, which is, again, and hunger, really, which is, again, another reason why it's not, I never recommend anybody do professional eating, competitive eating, anything like that, nor even do food challenges. I don't recommend that at all because, that's not if you ask me, that's not a good behavior. Because you have to realize, like, you're full. And you're very full, and you gotta keep going. Right? Like, it's grit and tenacity. There is nobody on earth who, even if they can eat 20 pounds, so like the best competitive eaters on earth. Yeah, that was 45 minutes. No one enjoys eating past a certain point. Like, even myself, whom, maybe it's, like, I did a challenge recently, which was so amazing. One of my favorite challenges. And no, the video's not out, it'll be a while before the video's out, etc. And it was one of my favorite foods. And the food was great. And the first half of it I really liked. But even if it's your favorite food, there comes a certain point where you don't like it anymore. Like you don't have the joy of eating. So like, the first, let's say maybe 5 pounds of a challenge can be enjoyable. But after that, no one enjoys it. You just have to keep going. Just like if you're a marathon runner, and even if you love running, you'll probably do the first half of the marathon or however far, and that's good. But then there comes a point where you're like, whew, okay, I wouldn't mind stopping right now, but you have to keep going. You know what I'm saying? You gotta push yourself. So that's what, the truth of, eating large amounts of food is. And then there's some people whom, like, again, it goes back to what I said earlier. Like, William, your comment, 5 gallons of peanut butter with no water. Like, what? That does, like, what? What do you want to do that? You can go eat that. I'm not doing it. That sounds silly. I can go without eating for days, and it seems to work for me. Yeah, hey, I don't recommend fasting, but I don't recommend not fasting. What's my favorite motivational quote? Do or do not. There is no try. That's a good one. That's by Mr. Yoda. It's not a motivational quote, but it's a quote which I heard from somebody in like, it was just a mannerism, and it really stuck with me. Like, so a lot of people, at least where I have lived, and depending where you live, there's probably certain, comments or certain, manners of speak, which are common. Just like in the UK, they'll say like, "You all right?" Like, "You all right?" A lot of one is, "How are you? How's it going?" And there's a lot of standard response in a lot of places, "Good, you," or "Good, and you," or something on this line. Or "I'm good, how are you?" Oh, But the manner of speak, the saying was, "Every day is a blessing."
So how are you doing? Every day's a blessing. And I feel I've really, I try to embody that. And I just love this saying because, just like people ask me, I've been saying this one for years, like, how are you doing? I said, I'm alive and breathing. How can I complain? And I mean it. And so I think just like it disregards, I think how you're kind of being or feeling in the moment. And it really brings you into, let's say, perspective of how different things could be. So, I've been saying it for years, it's like, how are you? I'm alive and breathing. How I'm doing, but really, which insignates, how can I complain? I'm doing quite well. Really, I could be dead. The fact that I'm here, the fact that I'm able to speak, the fact that, I'm able to go eat some foods right now, and the fact that I was able to meet, all you lovely people. Thank you for the support out there. And, just every day is a blessing. I hope you take that to heart in the sense of there's highs and lows. And if you get really caught in the moment, you will be, there's no point. Just don't do it. Don't do it. It's just, you can get so, I don't care if you had a car accident. I don't care if you're in pain. I don't care, whatever. We all are. We all have things like that. But realize that every day is a blessing. We're here for a reason. I know I am so thankful. Thank the Lord for any opportunity I have. And, be thankful even when you have to do things you don't want to do, just do it anyway. Realize the fact that you can, even the option that you can go to work. I don't care if you don't feel like it. The fact you could go to work, the fact I could run on the machine, the fact that, I could, do whatever, it's amazing. So every day's a blessing, everybody. Remember that. You're alive and breathing. Remember that. Here's outside. I don't know if you can tell, but it is snowing. #winter. And so even though I don't like the winter, I don't like the cold, hey, guess what? I'm so thankful that I'm in a building where it's not cold. Anyway, that being said, guys, I have to go. So, of course, the next time, say happy of the hungry, happy eating. Hope you have a lovely day. Until next time, remember, every day is a blessing. I appreciate all you guys. And, stay tuned for tonight. We have a video coming out. If you guys like the stuff, please like the videos, comment, share them. It really helps. And especially we need a little bit of help right now on the channel, I'll put it that way. So appreciate you guys. Until next time, at that, have a lovely day.